Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls. I'm sorry if it's loud in here. My fan just seems so much louder this morning. I've got the fan on because I need moving air. And in my path, I keep saying pocket, and it's not my pocket. It was on my lap. Is little Dr. Snurf. I actually had planned on moving him over against the wall and then having little Saber come out, but I didn't have a chance last night. I was so tired I went to bed early. And so here's little Dr. Snurf. He's an absolute cutie, an absolute little sweetheart. So I'm going to put him back into his cage because I literally woke him up. Dug him right out of his nest. So I'm going to put him back into his nest. There you go, little guy. I'm going to put your little tissues back on top of you because I had to take his tissues off over the top of him. And now I bring the lid back over. Now I've had a couple other hamsters where if you wake them up, the first thing they do is immediately go to another side of the cage, and then they go to sleep in that part of the nest. He's more trusting than that. Whenever he's here next to me, I dig him out, and then I put him back, and then he just goes, oh, and then he just smurfles around and makes it all comfy again, and then he goes back to sleep. So he's happy right in that corner where he was. So I'm not going to take him out again. Not until like tomorrow, or if he's out running around. But that's his last dig out because I don't want to be cruel and monstrous to him. My shirt is just, I hate when shirts and stuff don't hang symmetrically. In fact, I like symmetry, and so I dislike body asymmetry, and I dislike it when my shirts aren't symmetrical. It's a hang-up. It's not, I'm not obsessive about it or anything, but I'm going to obsess about it right now. Real quick though, happy Thanksgiving for everybody in the United States. Everybody who's not in the United States, well, I mean, it's happy Thanksgiving for me. I'm on the tail end of the world. I mean, it's like I'm only 2 time zones away from the end of the world. The end of the world. The end of a day. You know, the day ends here, and it's like I'm 1 or 2 time zones away from that. So by the time my day starts, everybody else has been having the full day. So good morning. For me, it's morning. For most of the world, I mean, even on the East Coast U.S., it's only 7:25 a.m. right now, and it's like 8:25, 9:25, 10:25, 11:25. It's 1/2 noon, and my day is just starting. So it's fun being on the tail end of the timeline. It's not the timeline, time zones. So it happens. But it's Thanksgiving, and has been Thanksgiving in the U.S., and I know that there are other holidays and observances around the world, so I don't know if you're watching this from another country, and I don't know what's going to happen with this whole copyright fiasco going on with the EU, because all of a sudden, like next month, the EU is going to be cut off from like everything, YouTube and all that, because the really, really insane copyright laws being enforced over there. I mean, it's madness. And now, to protect themselves, it's like everybody is just going to have to go, well, you know, Europe, sorry. And the internet routes around damage. That's what the internet was designed to do. If something causes damage, the internet routes around it. This is damage to the system. The internet is going to route around it. So on a lot of cases, the European Union, it's like, bye. You're going to be routed around, and most of the internet is going to avoid you because of the damage. And also, though, it is Thanksgiving, so I don't know how many people are actually watching this today on Thanksgiving and not being with family or watching TV or whatever. I mean, I don't have any family right now to be with. I mean, my wife died, my children, my wife and I couldn't take care of them, so my brother-in-law and family take care of them. It's very difficult. My brother-in-law gatekeeps hard. So it's very, very hard to see my children, even at a distance. Just because he's a jerk, not because of anything else. He's not a nice person. He's been banned from most places in town. He's been banned from our church. He can't even go into his own church because the people that are of the church said, you are just too unpleasant. No, no, no. So, yay on that. But even when I said, hey, I'm trying to get involved back with family and all that again, what are you doing this Thanksgiving? You know, I don't do much. And they're just like, we don't even know if we're going to be in town. They moved from a really, really large place where I lived in their garage to they're renting a really, really tiny place. So everybody is all hurting financially. Which ties into this. If things clear, because GoFundMe campaign, contributions and all that, things have to clear. And I have had hundreds of dollars of contributions through GoFundMe. I've gotten news from GoFundMe, you got a $20 donation, and then 5 minutes later, we've canceled that $20 donation because of fraud. So I've had hundreds of dollars through the years come up and then be yanked back because it wasn't really there. So I have gotten a lot of pledges, that's a good way to put it, pledges off GoFundMe.com after my cry for help yesterday. If they clear, it's not going to be fun, but December will be survivable. It's going to be tight, but it will be survivable. And that's all I've been asking for. I don't want people to put me up in a hotel or buy me a house. It's just all I was asking for was a little bit of breathing room so that I can try and figure out what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it. And if everything clears, I'm going to have a little bit of breathing room in December. So that means I need to really start hustling to figure out what I got to do for January and February. I didn't find out in time enough that this was going to be happening that I had like 2 weeks to figure out what to do, and I've been tearing out my hair, and so I made the big video yesterday because I've been in terror. So if everything clears, December will be survivable, and oh, thank you all so very, very much. It is incredible. I mean, the world is harsh and bleak and painful, and it's rough, and people die every day. I mean, I've seen people on the stories from GoFundMe where the guy died because he couldn't get a GoFundMe campaign to buy his insulin. And he died because of that. I mean, life is hard, and it's getting harder with, especially in the United States, with our repressive tax laws right now, which is funneling the money from the 99% all up into the 1%. And the 1% doesn't do anything with that money except count it and keep it in bank accounts and let it sit. And trickle down does not trickle down. Even the people that came up with trickle down economics have come out through the years to saying, yeah, it was a scam. All we wanted was your money and it worked. And people are still doing it now. They're still scamming you for it and it's working. Stop doing it. Don't fall for it. It was a scam when we came up with it. It's a scam now. But it keeps getting pushed. But trickle down, you know, you're supposed to fill up the barrels of the stuff at the top, but they don't overflow and then fill down and trickle. The barrel just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and it holds more and more, and there's just less and less for everyone else. There's like 6 people in the world that own over 75% of the world's money and assets. Talk about income inequality. Is that wrong? Yeah, it's evil. Yes, you should be able to get the benefits of the sweat of your brow and all that. But all these people with that money, this is 99.99% old money where these people earned their cash, earned their billions by being born. And that was all they had to do. All the effort that they had to put into earning those billions. So they didn't fight their way up to it. And income inequality, especially in the US and around the world right now, is bad because, yeah, especially in the US, we are born into economic castes right now. If you were born at an economic level, there is a tiny bit of upward movement. The very, very rich have left a few ladders here and there so that you are the exception and not the rule, but there is like 0.01% chance to have a little bit of upward mobility. But there is a 99.9% chance that you are going to stay stable or pew! And once you start that slide downward, it does not stop. Then the economic slide is hard because the bottom 999 feet of it, it's at a big angle and it's made out of very slick glass and is coated in mineral oil. There are no safety railings and it's shaking in the wind, and that's what we're all standing on. The last 1 foot of it, where those 6 people that own 75% of the world's money and goods, they're sitting on a rock-solid concrete platform and watching. They're all within reach. They could save every single one of us and still have 50% of the world's belongings. Nope. But they were born, so they earned that money. Yeah, I'm upset about a lot of things in the world because I like people. I'm for people. If something does not help people, but helps small groups of people who don't need help, like all the corporate welfare in the US and places like Walmart that we pay incredible, horrific amounts of income tax, they may pay, well, nothing at all. And in fact, they'll get income tax relief from the US government. So, yay. But, point being, life is hard. And everybody, I wish to thank so very, very much. I know it's hard and I know it hurts, but thank you so very, very much. I have had a very not good life, but I'm alive, which is more than I can say for a lot of people. And I have had people help me. Thank you so very much. I am appreciative, and I wish I knew better how to show it. I wish I could give things to everybody. I wish I'm doing as best I can. I make videos as often as I can and about as many things that I hope people will enjoy. So I'm doing my very best with what I can. I mean, I don't have many spoons to spend. My fibromyalgia, my chronic illnesses, my encroaching old age, I've got less energy to spend over time, and so I'm trying to do the best I can. Thank you, each and every one of you. I'm just saying I wish I could do more for all of you to show my sheer appreciation for this. Thank you all so very, very much. It is appreciated. I don't just want to turn this into like the Glurge hour every day where I just am saccharine sweet and thanking everybody. I mean, I'm not a saint. I'm just a guy. And yeah, I hate things like injustice and inequality. I mean, I'm for the underdog in all cases. I mean, in my case, trans rights are human rights. I'm not cis as het. You know, I'm bi. I'm a closeted bisexual. I don't talk about it in real life. It's only in videos that I talk about it. My wife do. But where was I leading up to that? I can't even remember what I was talking about now. That's the fun part about having fibro and depression and insomnia. Wait, yes, I remember now, because it's trans rights or human rights. Trans women are women, trans men are men. Science has shown that there is not one big pole here and one big pole here of man woman. The scientists that study this stuff, it is a peak and a peak and then a dip. It is two slopes, mountain peaks and slopes. You are not A or B. It is a literal spectrum from way far off on that side to way far off on this side. Yes, there are literally as many sexes as there are people, because there are people that walk around that are biologically female but chromosomally male, that are chromosomally female and biologically male. You have people that are XXX, XYY, XYX. Nobody is just, well, there are people that are, because it's a spectrum, it's a range, but it's very rarely A or B, one or the other, because it's a big spectrum. Hey. Anyway, I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people. I've had a lot of comments. Thank you all so very, very much. If I mispronounce anyone's username, my sincere apologies. I'm an American English speaker. We're not good at names. And it's a range of 20 to 25 because with my fibro and depression, it's hard to count. And even though I count in American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand, I do my best. And I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking people for having left a comment. So a good comment, a bad comment, and a different comment. The fact is you left a comment. Thank you very much. So let me call my comment. Where is it? There it is. So we have Chris. Thank you very, very much. And Farron, part 2. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. Amir Kapadia. Thank you very, very much. Glowing _ eyes _ thank you. Casey Runyon. Greatly appreciated. Blank. Written out. Rydat, greatly appreciated. Dixatic, thank you very, very much. Desi James, thank you very, very much. Diago Guerrera, I sure hope I'm close. Probably not, but thank you. It's Snipes, a lot of Z's at the end, thank you very much. And Kira Linham, thank you very, very much. Kathy Kitscat, greatly appreciated. Eric MF Arthur, son of a gun. Nicholas Smith, thank you very, very much. And Stephanie, greatly appreciated. Morgan Stewart, thumbs up and thank you. Hidden Lotus, greatly appreciated. Billy Bird, with 2 eyes, not just one. And, oh look, it's Brian. Thank you very much. Mason Peace, greatly appreciated. Angry Cloud, thank you very, very much. Supersonic Pug, that's a very fast pug. Thank you very, very much. Mr. Paradox HD, thumbs up and thank you. And Abdul Rahman Murtaza, oh, I know I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. And last but not least, Ben Kelly. Greatly appreciated. Each and every one of you. As stated, get me out of this head, into the world, dealing with actual people, and it is a very good thing. I have had a lot of people a lot of people giving me good wishes on Twitter, and I've been doing my best to at least, like each one of them and answer as many as I can. There's been a lot, so if I skipped you, it certainly wasn't on purpose. At one point, Twitter was only showing me like 8 hours and then said, go back to top, and then it wouldn't load anymore, so yay. But still, even though it's Thanksgiving, I'm going to hopefully have a reaction video, hopefully a game video for the game channel, so that's good. And if you could check out my various links down below, I do have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, and Patreon.com. My thanks to each and every GoFundMe campaign contributor that has contributed. If everything clears as stated, December is going to be survivable, and thank you so much for that. Oh my gosh, it's awesome. Oh yeah, and I got these from somebody called Tesla. I think they're awesome. They block 99% of UV, 99% of blue light. The only thing that's an issue, and this is my problem and not these things, is they're hard plastic and my skin here is already damaged because of my sleep mask, so I have to get a cushion. I'm going to pop onto those. They're awesome. And my Patreon.com patrons, thank you all so very, very much. It is appreciated. You are lifesavers, each and every one of you. Now, if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes and deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. And if you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I got for my existence. And if you can smash that like button and smash that bell. It's going to be over 20 minutes today. That's okay. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very, very cool. Watching my videos and all that is greatly appreciated. It's very cool. Now, if you don't want to subscribe, I understand, but if you are down with it, thank you very, very much. Thank you all. Greatly appreciated. Every time that the world seems really just too nasty, people show that it's not. And I thank you so very, very much.